So just for starting the class, I would like to get the idea regarding the last class. I think we had finished human eye. Human eye, in which the defects of vision we were discussing. Myopia, hypermetropia, and lastly it was presbyopia and cataract. Anyone confirm? We have already covered this portion. Na? Yes, confirm anyone? Yes, sir. So, okay. Means today we will start the chapter sources of energy. Okay. So, I think still many more students are joining the classes. So, as per your strength, just join the class so that we can start. And I think you have also completed the note copy of the human eye and colorful world, because colorful world which is in our syllabus. So before examination we had finished that, and after that this is not the portion of the syllabus, but still we had finished it. So you all need to complete the note copy. I will check it while showing, by opening your videos, and I will see page by page the note copy of each and every student of class 10G. So kindly you are all are requested to complete the note copy, or simply no any extra effort you have to provide. Only you need to move parallel with me so that we can complete our note copy. Okay. So now I would like to just start today's class. Okay, the board is clear to all of you. And the recording will also be sent in the group. That will be done by the class teacher. So just see here, we need to just start our today's class. Okay. Once again, good morning to all of you. For today, we have to start the chapter sources of energy. Just see, this is also the chapter that has been deleted by CBSE. What we will finish, we will learn, because already we have completed our whole syllabus. So after completion of this chapter, you will prepare note copy, and then you have to, once again I am reminding you that don't think that sir out of syllabus or courses have been provided, so we will not prepare the note copy. No, we will prepare note copy, but during the examination we will leave the portion that is not for the syllabus. Okay. So you need to know everything is not only for the passing mark, something is also for knowledge. So in this chapter, just see, I am now about to start the chapter. Sources of energy, just see. Sources you all know from where we will get energy. In class 9, we have gone regarding the energy in detail. That this energy simply represent the capacity to do work. Just see, capacity to do work means any source which has capacity to do work may be regarded as one of the source of the energy. So in starting, we all know about the various forms of the energy. So we need to know about the forms of energy. Just see, forms means simply it is various forms. Is it visible now? The board is completely okay. So just see various forms of energy. What are the various forms of energy? You all know. Just see, like you have discussed about heat energy, after that light energy, sound energy, mechanical energy. Just see how many forms of energy are there. Potential energy, kinetic energy, electric energy. These are the various forms of the energy. Wave energy, tidal energy, etc. Many more forms of energy are there. We all know about these forms. So each and every form had capacity to do work. And our target is to look after that, how that can be utilized as one of the source for energy. Then we will say, sir, why we are looking for the sources of energy? You see in your day-to-day life how they are important for us. So out of this, we know mainly this electric energy is one of the most important form of energy in our day-to-day life. We all know we are completely depending upon the electricity for the various domestic purposes. You all know bulb, electric heater, room heater, cooler, refrigerator, fans, television, in offices, in banks, everywhere. Even I am teaching you with the help of the electricity, that is the mobile which will be charged with the help of electricity. So everything is mainly focusing on this source, electric energy. So we will see further why this will be only used. I will tell you. So after noting down these forms of energy, now we will see. We all know that how important they are. So you will know about the importance of energy. Energy means any form of energy. How they are important. We all know they are important. So while watching the importance of all these sources, we need to look for some more other alternate sources of energy. Just see one example I am providing. Traditionally, what are the sources of energy which is used as fuel in our homes? हमारे घरों में पुराने समय से सबसे ज्यादा ट्रेडिशनली क्या यूज हुआ है फ्यूल के रूप में? जस्ट सी fuels, especially we know wood, coal, cow dung cake. These are especially the traditional sources of energy which have been used as a fuel. Nowadays we are using mostly LPG, we know, but earlier and mostly in villages nowadays LPG has reached everywhere. But especially these sources have been used as one of the fuel. So now traditionally we need to replace them. The question will be, sir, why? Why? Then see, nowadays we are simply having a very large problem in the form of global warming. You all know about this term. Just see, global warming. This is not only for the any certain place or for any specific country. This is the problem for all the world. Every day in the newspaper, you have simply gone through the effect of this global warming. Today, even I have also gone through the newspaper. Then I have seen that one of the state, one of the most popular city of any, 4reign country, is now Means they are preparing to shift that particular city to another place. Why? Because at that particular place the water level from the sea height is increasing. Means within some of the days or years that city will be completely submerged inside the water due to the increase in the water level. So just think what will happen if you hear that our country is going to be submerged under the sea water due to the increase of the sea level. So why it is increasing? So of course global warming is one of the important factor for that region. We know due to the global warming, the glaciers are melting, ice caps are melting, and we have known that if they will be melted completely, then the convert in the form of liquid water and the sea water its level will rise. Then what will happen? The plains area, the area situated at lower level, they will completely merge under the water. So the population may be demolished there. So we need to save that. For that, this is one of the, simply you can say, alarming condition for whole of the country. So we all are looking for that. So to avoid this, we need to utilize some such sources which don't cause this. This causes mainly the responsible factors are what? You have heard about the terms greenhouse gases. Just see, greenhouse gases. Can anyone tell me the name of some greenhouse gases? Yes. Anyone? You can unmute yourself and tell. You can say something that other can also hear, and don't hesitate. No, don't write in chat box. Simply you can tell. If there are options, you can unmute yourself. Na? Yes, see. I have seen in chat box one or two options you have provided. Just see loudly. Anyone? Unmute yourself and tell the name. Yes, anyone? Yes. Okay, okay. No, no. Ozone. Just see. Greenhouse gases, especially, it is simply or mainly known as the pollutants. CO2, one of the that part. CO2, greenhouse gases that trap the amount of the heat due to which the average temperature of our surrounding is increasing. It may be CO or CO2. SO2 will be also there. Just see, these greenhouses leading to global warming. So we have to prevent this. How it will happen? Whenever we use these sources of energy as a fuel, they pollute our atmosphere and they release such harmful gases, that is also the greenhouse gases, which will lead to the global warming. So our target is to replace these, like LPG, commonly nowadays it is in use, in place of these. So there is a very less chance of the production of the greenhouse gas. And we are completely aware about our atmosphere environment. We have to survive on the earth's surface. And to survive, what to do, we all know. We are aware. The government is also providing us time to time alarms or simply the alarming condition that we should be aware. So just think, on the basis of this importance, our target is that we need to simply also preserve them for our future use. So we have seen one of the main source nowadays which is generally used. Just see, after watching the importance of these sources, what will happen if we will not replace the traditional use of the fuel instead of means coal or wood, LPG, then what may happen? Just see, they are mainly limited in nature, whether it is coal, would etc. Limited means it may finish one day. So, and they are also causing pollution. So we need to see, to look after some other sources so that we can survive for the longer duration. So that may cause, if you continuously use these limited things, then what will happen? One day it will come that if everything will be finished, then what will happen? Suppose just think for 2 or 3 hours every day in newspaper, some conditions are provided that today for 3 or 4 hours electricity will not be provided due to some maintenance work. Suppose we are not aware about the news and suddenly electricity gone and for 2 hours only. Just consider, imagine what happens in your home. If you have not stored water, there is no water in the tank, and we are not knowing that electricity will not be for 2 or 3 hours, then what happens? Everything gets disturbed. You have to go for school, many more things which need the amount of water. Without water you cannot perform that particular work. In kitchen water is 100% required. So everywhere there is a need. Even for the water we are depending upon the electricity. Without motor we cannot get the water from the motor. So it is the important. That's why we have also one of the term, that is the crisis of energy. Just the crisis of energy, or you can say crisis of electricity. Sometimes we hear the news that the due to the lack of the coal, 1 or 2 units in Bihar or in other state, the electric production has been shorted, so no electricity will be provided. So what will happen if we don't get the electricity for one day only? You consider not for 2 or 3 hours only, then we get completely disturbed. What will happen if it will be not supplied for one day or 2 day or forever? What will happen? We can't consider, we can't imagine our life or our comfortable life without the presence of energy or electricity. That's why while watching the crisis of energy in our country, we know about 60 to 70% electricity is produced with the help of coal. Just think, this coal, this coal has been used for the production of electricity in our country. Mainly in our country, the source is coal for the production of energy. So think, one day it will be finished because it is limited in nature. And you all know that coal takes million of years for its production. So what will happen? Can we wait for the million of years? No. So while watching the crisis of energy and its negative aspect or effect on our life, adverse effect you can say, we need to look for some other alternate sources. So we need, just see, we need to look for some other alternate sources of energy. Just see, we have mentioned here alternate sources. Alternate sources means we always have some alternate arrangement. Just see, earlier when we used wood as a fuel in our domestic purposes, then we had also the concept of stoves which runs with the help of kerosene oil. If the electricity is, sorry, if the wood is not available, with the help of a stove you can cook your food. After that, when the LPG came, then we had also an option that if electricity, suppose the gas will be finished, then we can use the stove. But we have got two cylinders, at least two cylinders were supplied. Why? Another is the alternate arrangement. If one will be suddenly finished, to book for the other cylinder, it will take some time. Till then you can't wait. Suddenly, suppose at night the cylinder is finished, the gas is finished, then will you move anywhere else to arrange that? No. You have another cylinder. That's the alternative. And if still gas will also be finished, then what will you do? Will you not cook the food? Will you not eat the food? Of course, no sir, we can't live without the food. So we all have some alternate sources. If this will not be there, we will use that. If that will be not present, we will use that. Inverter in our homes. Why for that? If electricity is not there, that is an alternate arrangement for the source through which we can light the bulb, we can move the fan, we can run the television. So we need to look for some other alternate sources of energy that the traditional sources may finish one day because they are limited in nature. So on the basis of that, nowadays we are looking for that sources which are not limited, which are simply unlimited in nature. Just see, unlimited in nature. Like, just I'm providing you an example. Solar energy. Just see, solar energy is one of the unlimited source of energy in the nature. Any amount of solar energy or heat energy from the sun or light energy you can use, it will not be finished. So any amount of the solar energy can be utilized, and nowadays we are saying that by using some devices like solar plate, solar cooker, solar cell, we are harnessing this solar energy provided by the sun. So this is unlimited. So instead of them which are limited, we need to use them, because one more advantage is they are eco-friendly. That will not cause any pollution, and they are free of cost also. So our target should be those substances or sources which are mainly unlimited in nature and which will not cause pollution or minimum amount of pollution. So on the basis of this, our target is now to categorize the sources of energy. How to categorize them? Just see, if you are having option coal, wood and LPG, which source you will use for the fuel? Of course you will say LPG, sir. Then of course there are some criteria na, why you are avoiding wood and coal. Then there are some points in favor of that, so we will write that. Just see, first of all the sources of energy have been divided into two parts: renewable source and second is non-renewable source. Just see, non-renewable source. Renewable, you all know about the meaning. It is also known as conventional source. Conventional source of energy. Sorry, non-conventional. Renewable to non-conventional. Non-renewable, conventional. Conventional source of energy. Renewable, renew, reopen. School होता है ना, after long vacation our school will be reopen on. Reopen means again. So all these sources can be used again and again, and that can be used again and again, so they will be unlimited. Just like example, solar energy, wind energy, and here non-renewable, coal, petroleum, wood, etc. So they will take a longer duration for the next production. If you have come finished coal today, again if you need coal, it will take million of years. Similarly, wood. In some cases, wood have been categorized into both. That's, sir, we can again generate the wood, but it will take some more time. You can't create suddenly the wood. Okay, that's why. So after watching this, your homework is you have to complete this in your note copy. You have to differentiate between these two. Differentiate means some points you will write. In one side you will write renewable, here you will write non-renewable, and you have to differentiate. So see how many points may be there. I am providing you some points, one or two or three points. After that you will see how more points you can add. First of all, you need to define the source of energy which can be used again and again, which can be used once. Second point, they are limited or unlimited. Unlimited. So second point regarding their presence, they are unlimited, renewable. They are limited. 2 point. Third point, these are eco-friendly. In other words, you can write they don't cause pollution, or if you can write they causes very less pollution. So it can be eco-friendly. Words should be used. They are very important terms. They are not eco-friendly. Now, some examples can be provided. That is also the example of renewable. So, whenever you write any source of energy and if it is renewable, it is automatically one of the advantage. Suppose two source of energy have been given and if out of them one is renewable, it is one of the advantage for that. Sir, advantage renewable होना ही advantage है. So it is advantageous part. So you can have differences between these two. Some more points you can also add if you know. And if there is any confusion, you can have discussion with me in class, out of class, through phone, anytime, every time you can ask after the class gets over. Okay. So okay, this will be your homework. You need some time is still left. I will move with some other topic. Just see, 10 minutes are still left. Your homework is to differentiate between renewable or non-renewable. Now, suppose every time we write example that sir coal is there and LPG is there, which will you prefer for domestic fuel? Then of course we will say sir LPG. And if you are given wood and coal, out of these two we will use it. Out of these two, coal should be used. Then some points should be there, sir. On what basis we can categorize that it is better, it is not good. So some characteristics, qualities should be there of a good source of energy. So good source of energy, or sometimes it is asked, what are the characteristics or quality of an ideal source or ideal fuel? So I am just writing here, just see, characteristics, that is also quality of a good source of energy, or sometimes it is also ideal fuel. If you are being asked write some quality of ideal fuel, that can be written. Some simple difference will be there. You can just consider them. Just see, characteristics, good source. किसी को अगर LPG is a good source or it is ideal fuel, then why you are saying sir? Of course some points should be there. First, it should be easily available, easily accessible. Both points should be there. Easy availability should be there, or you can write in word that sir it should be easily available. So easily available or easily accessible. Easily availability. Easily availability. Or you can write it should be easily available. Second, easily transported. It should be transported or carried out from one place to another place easily. So you can write in your own language. I am writing in short. Easily stored. You have seen you can store LPG very easily. It takes only some space. But when you store a wood or coal for 1 month, then it will take a larger space to store it. So easily stored capacity should also be the characteristics of wood stone. Next, it should be economical. Economical means within our budget, not too much costly. It should be economical. It should be eco-friendly. Its ignition temperature, one word you have already gone through that in chemistry. Ignition temperature. Ignition temperature, can anyone define ignition temperature? Tell me. Anyone? Unmute yourself and tell me. I am not going to see in chat box. Unmute yourself and tell me. Do you know or do you have any idea about the ignition temperature? Yes. Ignition temperature. Yes, anyone tell me what is the. Yes, very good, very good. What's your name? Sanjana, very good. Correct reply. Ignition temperature. Ignition means we have seen when you have, suppose I have this plastic, it will burn. When I will simply try to burn it, it will take some time, then it will burn. If instead of this, if I have the paper piece, it will burn suddenly. If we have petrol, diesel, LPG, by burning suddenly or spontaneous catching of fire will take place. So, sir, sometimes it takes more time, sometimes it takes less. Less or more is ignition temperature means any particular temperature at which it will start, like the boiling point of the water. You know, you can't say that, sir, the water is boiling at 90 degrees C. No, boiling point is 100 degrees C. So when that temperature will reach to 100 degrees C, then the water will boil. So that point is ignition point, means the minimum point at which a substance start to burn in the presence of oxygen or simply catches fire. You have seen the example of such type of the temperature. One more example I am providing. Suppose you have seen in winter, nowadays you have seen जाड़े में लोग आग जलाते हैं गर्मी के लिए. तो यू हैव सीन दे सिंपली पुट some oil, kerosene oil, and then they simply burn that particular wood. Why? ये लकड़ी है जी, मारेंगे माचिस, जलने में टाइम लेगा. केरोसिन ऑयल डाल दिए, माचिस मारे तुरंत पकड़ लिया. इसका मतलब कि केरोसिन ऑयल का इग्निशन टेम्परेचर इस लकड़ी से कम था, तो वो तुरंत जला. और कैचिंग फायर के कारण जब टेम्परेचर बढ़ा, और जब इसका इग्निशन टेम्परेचर सपोज 30 डिग्री है, जब 30 डिग्री पहुंच गया, देन इट विल स्टार्ट टू बर्न. ऐसा नहीं है कि सर पानी डाल के माचिस मारकर जलेगा, नहीं जलेगा ना, क्योंकि उसका नहीं है वो इग्निशन टेम्परेचर. तो ये केयर करना होता है कि इग्निशन टेम्परेचर जिसका लो होगा, हम हाई वाले को जलाना है तो लो वाले को उस पर डालना होगा, पेट्रोल डीजल ये. तो ये केयर करना, दैट इज इग्निशन. तो इग्निशन टेम्परेचर शुड बी लो सो दैट इट विल सेव द टाइम. लकड़ी जला रहे हो, कोयला देखो कोयला कैसे चलाता है लोग. कोयला जहाँ पे बनते हैं, चाय वगैरह लोग बनाते हैं होटल्स में, कोयला जला कर छोड़ दिया जाता है, आधा घंटा 1 घंटा जलता है, धुआं निकलता है, उसमें के सारे जो भी गैसेस से निकल जाते हैं, तब जाकर कोयला लाल रंग तैयार होता है, देन इट इज रेडी. तो हाफ एन आवर तो टाइम लिया ना, वेस्ट हुआ. क्यों? क्योंकि उसका इग्निशन टेम्परेचर आने में उतना वक्त लगा. तो इग्निशन टेम्परेचर लो होना चाहिए. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, दैट इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट. यू नीड टू डिफाइन दिस टर्म आफ्टर राइटिंग दिस. ओके. One word is calorific value. Calorific value. Take care. Sometimes it is written as moderate or suitable, because it is also very dangerous that any fuel having low ignition temperature. कभी कभी डिमेरिट्स भी, अगर हम सावधानी नहीं बरतते हैं, घर में एलपीजी गैस लीक कर गया, हम घर में आए माचिस मारते हैं, ब्लास्ट कर जाता है, तो डेंजरस भी है क्योंकि उसका इग्निशन टेम्परेचर बहुत लो है। तो सावधानी की जरूरत हर जगह है, लेकिन इग्निशन टेम्परेचर बहुत कम है तो वो खतरनाक भी है। वी नीड टू हैंडल देम वेरी वेरी केयरफुल। इसीलिए एलपीजी में एक तरह का मिलाया जाता है, हम लोग पढ़े हैं कि एलपीजी का जो कहीं भी गैस रिश्ता तो स्मेल तुरंत आता है, दैट इज नॉट द ओरिजिनल स्मेल ऑफ दैट एलपीजी, नो, एडिशनल स्मेल हैज बीन एडेड सो दैट वी कैन आइडेंटिफाई इफ देयर इज एनी लीकेज, क्योंकि वो डेंजरस है। बताया जाएगा बाद में कि कौन क्या मिलाते हैं। तो ये है केयर करना। तो लो की जगह कभी कभी